Not all of us take a chance on ourselves and our ideas, and I want you to do that. Which is why I want to tell you about our amazing sponsor at Fresh Start Ventures.
Fresh Start Ventures is a VC connector that started off as a blog, which now provides you everything you need for your startup, whether that be financial assistance, strategic help, or any other sort of mentorship that you require to get your idea to the next level.
Fresh Start Ventures is also aligned with the Pakistan e-commerce consortium, meaning they are the perfect people to go to in order to understand the vastly changing world that we live in when it comes to technology and e-commerce rapidly evolving every day.
Fresh Start Ventures has helped a bunch of startups get from their ideation stage all the way to the top, where they've consolidated themselves as top-notch businesses who have won laurels and awards in the industry.
If you truly believe in your idea and the only thing missing is support and some kind of financial backing in the long run, Fresh Start Ventures is your place to go, so please don't hesitate in reaching out to them today.
Visit www.freshstart.pk or the link in our bio.
And give your idea a fresh start. Let's get on with the video. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hamza experience. The BeLikeHamza experience.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I just walked in. I don't know whose house this is. This just happened.
Bro, we're asking the questions here.
This is an interview.
Interrogation.
Kaun hai?
So ask. Main kaun hu? You had me here. Ask me. Ask me the questions. I'm supposed to answer.
Why should we be like Hamza?
Good one.
Because if I had a friend like me, there would be no more problems.
For you.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
But for everyone else?
Yeah.
Many more problems.
Fair enough. I don't really feel what everyone else feels.
Does
So
the
it doesn't really matter.
world need to use? That's the next question.
Yeah, the world needs to use.
Or do you need to use?
It depends what we're talking about when we mean use.
A-level ka kya results are to use.
Oh, shit.
Gang.
Gang, gang.
Sorry Hamza, बहुत लॉन्ग और वाइंडिंग रोड थी आपकी इस पॉडकास्ट तक आने
रिंग रोड से नहीं मैं जा सका क्योंकि ऊबर बाइक जो है वो रिंग रोड पे अलाउड नहीं है apparently it turns out.
ये did you find this out today?
Yeah, I found this out today even though the Uber driver told me 5 times. I was persistent कि no जाएगी. But in my defense, he didn't tell me until we were on the ring road.
तो बाइक ही नहीं होती.
If you knew, why didn't you tell me before? We could have gone from the other side.
Yeah. But okay, he told you 5 times after it already happened.
सर हम रिंग रोड पे नहीं चढ़ सकते. सर हम रिंग रोड पे नहीं चढ़ सकते.
Sorry.
कोई नहीं. But regardless, the point is you made it here after not just whatever happened today, but I mean like we've been planning this for weeks and months. Weeks कहना था मैंने लेकिन that's how months. But ये होता है पता नहीं क्यों. How's life been and how are you? That's the first question.
Bro, I just
and your leg is very flexible. I like it.
Sexy. I'm sitting in a very secretary position. So please, I hope that's not coming in the.
ये आप दिखाने की तो बात है. अगर सेक्सी है तो
if you got it, flaunt it, girl. क्या बातें कर रहा है?
टेबल पे टांग रख लो, मैं तो कहता हूँ.
टेबल पे टांग रख लो. I just want to show off my socks for a second.
Bro.
I hope my brother doesn't find this vlog on the internet.
Vlog.
Because socks.
Vlog. 6 मिनट का vlog कर रहे हैं.
On the vlog.
On the vlog. I'm about to end this man's entire career. Vlog.
I can't.
Bro, हथौड़ा किधर है?
हथौड़ा actually पड़ा है किधर होगा?
Oh shit, I forgot.
तुम्हें हथौड़ा दे दे.
Getting off topic.
How are you? क्या अच्छा क्या चल रहा है जिंदगी में? What is going on? What is the latest? What is the haps यार?
The haps is that I just got done with my degree. I'm a free man. There's not much haps. I don't have life outside of the Instagram. So
you mean comedy?
Yeah, outside of comedy. That's about it. I make fun of a couple of people here and there.
I would love to live that way.
I get paid for it sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. I mean, Pakistan ऐसे ही है.
Yeah,
it's a sometimes kind.
It's a sometimes kind of a situation.
But also, तूने अभी degree की है. Like you just graduated, and I've so before you came in, right? अब मेरे दिमाग में बस यही हो रहा था कि so comedy in Pakistan is not a very blossomed or complete thing. I think it's in the like हमारे like बहुत ज़्यादा eras में रहा है obviously comedy in like late night talk shows and stuff like that, but especially stand-up comedy or the new forms of comedy, it's still like picking up and everything. But then you're also going through uni. Was it like, did uni change for you in any way when you started like hitting them out of the park and started getting like uni life kaisi thi basically is my question.
Basically, bro, it's like in everything, it's music aap le lo, aap modeling le lo, in everything there's a definite path, and there's like even in Pakistan, which is like a developing country, उसके अंदर भी आपका एक रास्ता है म्यूजिक वगैरह में. मतलब if you're a musician, if you're that good, you put out, मतलब आपकी you get registered to a label. ठीक है, आप दोस्ती करते हो कुछ लोगों से, ये वो इधर उधर काम होता है, आप अपने गाने निकालते हो, पहले आप कवर्स डालते हो, अपने गाने निकालते हो, फिर दैट गुड अवाम आपको चुकती है, फिर आप मतलब you know what to do. You host concerts, you go here, you go there, you become a musician, right? For comedy, there's like 5,000 different branches of comedy, and it's like if you're just doing comedy on Instagram doesn't mean you do stand up, doesn't mean you have to do stand up, doesn't mean you matlab stand up is for you. Those are two different completely different criteria for comedy. So I feel like Pakistan has not caught up to that right now.
Caught up to the fact that there are different forms of comedy.
Yeah, because bro, I'll just tell you a simple story. मेरी एक दोस्त है, ठीक है, she went for an audition, and she has prior experience in acting, theater, everything. She's president of the drama club, stuff like that, right? Actual experience in acting. And on the other hand, alternative to her, a TikToker goes to that audition, went to that. This is a real story, by the way. Went to that audition, and you guys know the answer of this story, the end of this story, that who got the part. So I feel like not every person who is pretty or a model has to be an influencer or a comedian or has to put out content. I feel like they do that, they force that shit on themselves.
Right.
And not every person has to be famous nowadays. Yeah. So it's like the whole concept of posting content on Instagram has been so generalized that the quality of content has suffered so much in the past 5 years.
Right. In what sense?
In the sense that they're like manipulating the precedent that we have to set for the coming generations. My point basically is not to preach.
Yeah.
It's to say that even growing up, bro, I feel like I grew up in such a golden time for the internet that I had so many good people. Like even in Pakistan, Usman Khalid Bhatt ka content, he's an actor now and he does like all the content he used to make fun of, but he used to put out fucking crazy content. Matlab,
really good.
18-minute videos about nothing related to Pakistan, just like random shits on stuff like हम सफर पे उसने बहुत ज़्यादा किया था, तो वो मज़ेदार था. मतलब रैंडम सी उसकी वीडियोस होती थी 18 मिनट का, तो वो that was stuff I grew up to. उसके अलावा मतलब बाकी निगाहेगा वगैरह जो YouTube पे होते थे, वो एक अच्छा टाइम चल रहा था content wise. हाँ, तो those guys put a lot of effort into their videos, which made me, मतलब अगर मैं quality wise मैंने कभी भी इतना नहीं मतलब क्या कहते हैं entertain किया या results produce किए quality wise, but content wise I never have I ever produced content that I felt like was not funny, because that is just the test. If you don't find it funny, no one else will find it funny. They will just be supporting you or encouraging you, and that is like the false sort of encouragement you want.
I've always noticed at the end of a lot of your skits or jokes, the camera cuts off to you laughing at them. I know and I can tell that's a genuine laughter, because you're making yourself laugh, and like you said, that's litmus test. And I get what you're saying, and I completely agree. I do think people have started overlapping too much, and like you were saying about content creation, people are doing one thing doesn't necessarily mean they have to be the other as well, or they have to be considered the other as well. Instagram comedians aren't stand-up comedians, for example, right? Usme what I've seen, and my thing is, and I think you'll agree with this to an extent, I guess, my thing is like people should make whatever they want to make, whatever they're passionate about, or whatever they want to make content about. That's up to them. The cause of it is up to them. Whatever their motives are, it can be money, it can be whatever, it can be fame. I don't give a shit. But whatever you're making, I would just say it should have a base minimum level of effort and time and research, especially if you're doing well.
You should buy into it yourself.
Sorry I interrupted you, but I was saying it should just be genuine. All these things that you mentioned come with being genuine. If you're genuine, I don't care if you make I don't know how to pronounce this, potpourri or whatever.
That's the right one.
I don't care if you make that, bro. I don't care if you make macrame. Just do that online. Don't try to delve into all these different parts just because you think you're supposed to. Oh, I have to do comedy as well now. No, no. Ali Zafar is a rapper now, by the way. I just want to put that out.
He's also into K-pop.
He's also into K-pop now. So yeah.
The rap game. Better watch out, rap game. Rap game.
Youngsters better. Probably scared right now.
Youngsters shaking.
I think that what's his name? Karle Jo Karna hai. Kisne nikala tha? Again, it was diss track on Ali Zafar.
Really?
I love that. It was Ali Gulpir. It was a great it was a great diss track. Like whatever. My opinions on Ali Zafar irrelevant. Like I think it was a great diss track, and he never responded. Instead, he sent like a legal notice or something.
Wow,
Ali Gulpir.
Ali Gulpir
को भेजा था.
Ali Gulpir wrote the diss track.
Right, I thought
and he
you
sent
did
a legal
video
notice.
Man,
Me.
nobody knows my existence like at all. So
That's not true.
That is fortunate.
LG's Phase 5, guys.
Yes.
Everybody knows you.
LG's Phase 5?
LG's Phase 5.
You know me from LG's Phase 5?
No,
Oh, thank
you're from
God.
LG's Phase 5.
I was like, oh no, please don't know me from LG's Phase 5.
I'm from LG's JT, by the way, but I did only 2 years and I'm not.
LG's.
I will not accept that bro fist, just by the way. Sorry to offend you.
Huh?
But that was a bro fist on being LGS associated, and I don't associate myself with
Yeah,
it.
screw
क्या हो
LGS,
गया
bro.
यार? तू आजा.
मैंने अभी का screw
Umer?
LGS.
Left him hanging. Damn.
Acha. Are there Instagram comedians that piss you off? Like that you go like, yeah, you know what I mean? These guys.
No, and is it because of the is it because they're not funny? Because they're actually trying and they're not funny, or do you think they're not genuine?
Bro,
Masla kya hai? Like with
I'm
people.
not gonna obviously name
Obviously, don't.
the people.
If you wanna, you can, but you don't have
if
to.
I wanted to, I would, but it's just gonna spark. It's just gonna look like I sparked controversy and I run away from that.
We don't want that.
So, of course, we do want that. You want that.
No control.
You should want that as a good podcast host. Yeah, you should want controversies, but not with me. Acha kya? There are people who, there's this content creator who I don't know kaun si burger bachchi ne uska dil toda hai, bro, but all he does is rips on burger bachchi, and that's his only character. Yeah, that's his only character. And all he does
I think you've kind of named.
Yeah, like oh my god,
I don't know who it is, by the way, but कोई जिसको पता होगा उसको पता होगा.
Or a her, it could be a her.
Could be a her.
Okay.
2021. Go on.
He slashed him. Why did she slash him? I don't know. Okay. There are people
heard that one before.
who, this specific person, he I'm sorry.
Yeah, just let him tell the story. Yeah.
It just does what it's just like I can do in like 3 seconds. मैं shower में नहा रहा था, and he does this for like 1 minute videos, and like every video, and the next video I like know him and I've worked with him, so I respect him as a person and I follow him, which is why I didn't name him,
right.
and which is why I don't unfollow him. But every video I hope like this time maybe he does a burger boy or something. Maybe there's something new, maybe there's a method in there or something. I would watch that, but no, it's the same burger bachchi again.
So it's a lot of it is just people make
Recently,
a character.
it was about Eid and the goats. Oh my god, I'm at Bakra Mandi. It's just that character over and over and over again.
And people do marry themselves to like this one character. You have a billion.
He has 5 times the followers I have, just by the way. That's
the ending note and the problem in a way. I guess.
That's actually the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, it's like people, and this is where I like often even like ask myself. It's like if people truly on a comparative like care about something else or a topic or even a style of conversation or whatever we make, we could do this podcast much differently and it might get more views, like more slapstick shit, like, you know, welcome to On the Mic, and then you can have a flat cue card or something and like flip it or
but then
challenges and shit.
But then if I'm sitting over here, I wouldn't be able to take it seriously, right? So
exactly.
Is better the way you do it.
Exactly, and that's the thing I have to, like, as somebody who might be, and this applies to I think any walk of like, not just like content creation or podcasting, or this applies to whatever you do. If you look at somebody else and you clearly see something's working for them, and it might even be more appealing to the quote-unquote masses, it's not necessarily the direction you should take, because that's really not how you want to do it or you envision to do it. So it's hard to like constantly keep reminding yourself.
Yeah. But the question you actually asked was
uni life.
Uni life.
कहाँ
Yeah,
पहुँच गए bro?
I got off the rails.
लेकिन fit है कोई नहीं. मतलब I'm glad we did.
अब मैंने आंसर सोच लिया उसका से. अब मैं आंसर देना चाहूँगा.
अब मैंने पूछना ही नहीं.
मैं जवाब देने लगा हूँ. मैंने सवाल फिर से रिट्रेट करवाया ही नहीं.
Go.
अच्छा क्या कहने लगा था मैं?
यूनी लाइफ.
हाँ यूनी लाइफ की हम बात कर रहे थे कि यार मैं ना काफ़ी फजूल सी चूतिया सी बात लगेगी बट मैं I remember कि even in like the start of my uni I had 2000 followers. I remember मैं एक ऑफिस में काम करता था, एक लंच से कॉल सेंटर में मैं काम करता था और वहाँ पे I made MS Paint में 2.5 followers का congratulations वाला post, thank you post basically. Congratulations तो मुझे था. But I remember that, I vividly remember that, which is why I think it came really fast. तो उससे पहले भी मतलब जो 2.5 के ऑर्गेनिक जानने वाले दो लोग जो मुझे मिलते भी थे रोज़, वो लोग जब फॉलो करते थे तब भी आई फेल्ट लाइक आई वाज फेमस. मेरी मतलब काफी फारिग सी बात है बट लाइक मेरी उस वक्त मेंटालिटी यही थी कि यही होता है, बस यही होता है कि मतलब 4 लोगों ने आपको ब्रो. मुझे पहला किसी रैंडम बंदे से इंटरेक्शन नहीं था कि मैं कोक फेस्ट पे चल रहा था और मैं मतलब कोई मेरी वीडियोस नहीं देखता था. 200 लाइक आते थे, 150 लाइक आते थे और मुझे ना एक सर पे टैप किया किसी ने और मैं मुड़ा तो उसने मुझे बोला कि यार आपका कंटेंट मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है और बड़ा लड़का था तो मैंने बड़ा सीरियसली लिया उसको. तो दैट वाज लाइक द फर्स्ट इंटरेक्शन आई हैड. बट मुझे उस टाइम पे भी लगता था कि बस यही होता है. Made it. I'm famous now. Yeah.
Started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah. हम actually अभी उस exact point पे जो तू describe कर रहा है,
like वीडियो कोई नहीं देख.
150.
यार यही टाइम है.
Number 1.
यही टाइम है bro.
This is the peak. This is it. This is the peak. It's all downhill from here, buddy.
This is as much fun as you can have with it.
यार ऐसे तो ना क्या है भाई.
अभी enjoy कर लो, उसके बाद जब काम शुरू होगा ना तब तुम्हें पता चलेगा.
नहीं बस कुछ भी नहीं है.
यही टाइम है तुम्हारी जिंदगी का. नहीं लेकिन हम उस लिटरली उस पॉइंट पे 150-200 लाइक हम कहते हैं कम ऑन यार.
व्हाट आई मेंट आई डिडंट मीन कि बाद में फजूल हो जाता है. व्हाट आई मेंट वाज कि इस टाइम यू नो मतलब you know who you're talking to, you know who you're catering to.
हाँ
ठीक है. ऑडियंस आपकी बहुत क्लियर होती है and you have a better way with putting content out.
और मेरा भी लिटरली ये होता है if somebody comes up random person I don't know and says आप पॉडकास्ट, जब पॉडकास्ट क्लब मुंह से निकलता है लाइक मैं वो शॉक वेव जाते हैं कि तुम क्या तू देखता है क्यों देखता है पागल है लाइक इट्स. और हाँ मतलब लेकिन उसमें वही होता है कि like there's not a lot of other podcasts. There are some that are doing like very good, but you can tell like they have a certain system that works when it should. But for us it's just like literally हमारी वो वाली mentality यार like जो आ रहा है आने दो क्योंकि क्योंकि bro MMA and football से शुरू किया था. It's not really
मेरे की कॉल आ रही है सॉरी
bro please उठाना यार.
हेलो हाँ जी मैं डिफेंस मैं दोस्त के साथ
दोस्त बन गया कमाल.
मैं हमने तो नहीं कहा हम दोस्त हैं.
घंटे 2 तक
जानी.
हाँ ओके हाँ ओके अल्लाह.
ये रहेगा पॉडकास्ट में तेरे पता.
My dad asks me the
every parent does
like questions that don't have answers. Like what am I supposed to say?
क्या पूछा?
He asks me the same questions every 5 minutes. Like where are you? किधर गए? किसके साथ गए?
कैसे हो गया?
Like I told you when I left home. All of this stuff.
It has not changed.
It has not changed.
कैसे आओगे? कब आओगे? क्यों आओगे?
क्यों आओगे?
ये तो नहीं को पूछता.
I क्यों?
कौन?
Bro, stand-up obviously थोड़ा pandemic की वजह से completely I think stifle हो गया था. But were you actively getting on stage every chance you get before pandemic? And what's your
I've done
शुरू करते हैं stand-up. हाँ क्या what's your stand-up
चलो
scene?
बात
हाँ
कर लेते हैं. I've done 8 stand-ups in total. The first one I did was like I was working with a band for PR. By the way, अनुराल खालिद जो एक बहुत बड़ी सिंगर है वो भी उस वक्त PR करती होती थी. We didn't even know कि she sang or stuff like that.
Oh heavy.
Yeah, so it was like a shock for us. I'm getting detracked again.
No,
अच्छा,
it's good.
So, there was this opening और जिसमें ना they were like 20 minutes free before Muru came and did his meet and greet and stuff like that.
Right.
So the head of the band told me कि you should like do stand up or something because I was the funny one in the group, right?
Yeah.
And मेरा तो मतलब I was not really self-aware. I was very in your face sort of funny.
Yeah.
So I was like not funny basically. I was like funny for sober people. Funny, right?
Right.
So you get what I mean.
I
right?
totally get what you mean. Yeah.
तो
Sober people.
मेरा confidence भी बहुत ऊपर था. तो now I would like think twice, but that day I was like, on है bro, chalo, done. I had no material. I was just like, I'm gonna pick the mic up, I'm gonna do my stand up, I'm fucking Jim Carrey, I'll do everything and I'll have an amazing time and I'll be famous and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I went there and I had stuff in my head, I had jokes in my head, but I've always been good at one-liners more than, connecting stories and stuff like that. So I told 1 or 2 stories, but the thing was that I had literally 20 of my friends there in the front row, so I couldn't even hear the people in the back. There were like 40 people in total, and only like Muru could actually hear what I was saying. So like it was not a big deal, and I delusioned myself into thinking like it was a great stand-up, even though it was a shitty stand-up, which led me to my second stand-up, which was a total bomb. Matlab bomb in the bad sense, because I bombed because of the prior incident. Where I like delusionally मैंने अपने दोस्त बुलाए and I didn't get a मुझे एक अच्छा टेस्ट नहीं मिला, एक अच्छा fair assessment नहीं मिली मुझे basically. So I thought I was good even though I knew कि मेरे दोस्त वगैरह थे. तो दूसरा I did in packages mall in Mocha.
Oh,
and
heavy.
By that time people thought I was a stand-up comedian already because I did one stand-up. Not a lot of people watched it. It was broadcasted live, so I just like posted on my Facebook and my friends watched it. Heavy. And obviously my friends सेट के ठीक है, फिट है, ऑन है, तो चौकस है. मेरे दोस्त भी थोड़े से उस वक्त इस तरह के ही थे जिनका वो ह्यूमर था. तो मतलब वो मुझे तो उस वक्त यही लगा कि मैंने फिट किया है, तो दूसरा वाला पे मैं ये आ गया.
Nobody like sat you down after the first one and said, yo, fix this.
Bro, a lot of people met me outside and they were like, you did a great job, ye wo.
When in retrospect, when you look at that now.
No bro, 2 of those jokes were from Akbar Chaudhary. I don't know if you know Akbar Chaudhary, but he's like मेनस्ट्रीम अब बहुत हुआ है, लेकिन पहले भी बहुत एक पॉपुलर स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन था अकबर चौधरी उस टाइम पे. तो ही वाज द पर्सन दैट आई हैड एडेड ऑन फेसबुक, हु वाज द ओनली कनेक्शन आई हैड टू लाइक अ सेलिब्रिटी और इवन दो ही वाजंट दैट फेमस एट द टाइम. तो कॉमेडी वो करता था ना, तो मैंने उससे पूछा कि ब्रो दीज आर 2 of your jokes I found online. I changed them, I thought of them in a different story, in a different context. But these are inspired from your jokes, so can I use them? Which is what I texted him, and he obviously allowed me to. Nice, yeah. But I didn't know. A lot of people do that. Yeah, मतलब लोग नहीं पूछते. हाँ, लोग तो बस चोक लेते हैं. लेकिन उसमें बेइज्जती भी बहुत है ना, तो instead of being embarrassed, I thought it's better to ask. तो मैंने उसको पूछा, उसने कहा हाँ फिट है, easy है, तुम्हें को मदद भी चाहिए हो, ये वो. तो I didn't know कि Muru was his friend basically. I didn't know कि Illegal Peer was his friend. I didn't know Muru was his friend. कराची के इनकी आपस में कुछ दोस्ती थी. I didn't know that. Gang. तो to this day I probably think कि Muru वहाँ बैठा सोच रहा होगा कि चलिए उसके jokes सुना.
No. Muru, to clarify, he asked. If you're watching,
definitely you watch this.
Muru तो देख रहा है अभी. Minute 29 पे बैठा कह रहा है.
Minute 29 हो गया.
I love you too. पता नहीं. But हाँ, sorry, go on. मैं तुझे कह रहा था, उसको नहीं कह. Oh, that was it.
So ever since then, I mean, subsequent stand-ups 2 के बाद 6 रहते हैं अभी.
हाँ, 6 उसके बाद
नहीं मतलब ऐसे उसके बाद क्या हुआ है?
नहीं, like I just want to know like.
So I was like, मतलब एक इवेंट पे मैं गया, वहाँ पर मेरी एक दोस्त भी गई हुई थी जिसके साथ मैं थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टेड भी था, पहली दफा मिल रहा था, and I invited her, and it was really embarrassing because I couldn't sing. मतलब this was the stand-up that I picked up the mic and I literally had nothing in my head, like nothing, and I thought I had a really weird. उस वक्त भी, this is 5 years ago, and I had a really weird Uber ride that day.
Uber ride again?
Yeah. So I was like
17?
हाँ, 2017 or 16. Uber अभी आया था पाकिस्तान में. I had a really weird Uber ride. तो मैं बहुत खौरी में पहुंचा. तो I thought कि I would start with that and I would just go somewhere. I'm a comedian. I can do that. Fuck you. I'm a comedian. I can do that. अच्छा. तो I went there and I picked up the mic and I was like, oh, बहुत सांस चढ़ गया, ये वो, and they were all looking. और ये अब डिफेंस की वाम है और मैंने कभी डिफेंस की वाम को केटर नहीं किया हुआ था.
This whole different
bro, मौका एक मॉल के अंदर. I don't know.
कौन सा दिन था?
Bro, I don't know if it
was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday. I was a Sunday or a Saturday.
Family लोग आए.
हाँ, family दिन था. अब मौका के अंदर 80 साल की एक औरत बैठ के सिगरेट पी रही है मेरे सामने, ठीक है, और ना इसी तरह के ना ढेर सारे लोग बैठे हुए हैं, गोरे बैठे हुए हैं फॉर सम रीजन, और मैं उसको मेरे रिंग रोड के बनने से पहले मेरे लिए डिफेंस आना वाज लाइक टाइम ट्रैवल, मतलब के लिए
अलग दुनिया में
पूरा एक पिकनिक होती थी, एक पूरा दिन था कि
आउटिंग करने जा रहा हूँ मैं,
करने जा रहा है जी, डिफेंस जा रहा है,
तफरी करना।
हाँ, अब ब्रो पहली दफा मैं रिंग रोड से आया था ना, सुबह नाश्ता करने आया था, जिस दिन बनी थी ना उसके अगले दिन मैं और मेरा दोस्त आए, ठीक है,
पहले ही कहता यार इधर तो आओ
पहले ब्रो, नाश्ता करने आए हम इधर,
इनॉग्रेशन पे हमजा खड़ा,
हाँ इनॉग्रेशन पे मैं आया था,
भाईजान खोलो मैंने जाना है।
12 मिनट में ब्रो मेरे घर से मैं डिफेंस था, और मैं 12 मिनट में वापस गया, 24 मिनट का ये सारा था, मतलब घंटे के अंदर पूरा हुआ खाना शाना खा के ना, मेरे लिए वो ब्रो लिटरल टाइम ट्रैवल, आई एम नॉट किडिंग यू ब्रो, it was like I was just in defense, how am I home? It's been 20 minutes, I couldn't believe myself.
खैर मौका में
we're talking about mauka and defense and people and you're about to perform,
तो yeah,
I will bring you back every time,
हाँ,
तू ही है,
thanks man, तो मैं उधर खड़ा हुआ था, और ना मैं अब उनकी शक्लें देख रहा हूँ, और वो 80 साल की औरत सिगरेट पी रही है, और मेरे से पहले जितने भी कॉमेडियंस थे ना वो सारे प्रोफेशनल कॉमेडियंस थे, तो जो भी आ रहा था ना वो पता क्या कर रहा है, वो मुठ की बातें कर रहा है, पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है, और एक आंटी के सामने जाके ऐसे कर रहा था, I was very shook. I had nothing in my head, so I was fucked in all directions. I told like there's this one joke, एक शेख वाला joke है, but वो मैं बाद में सुनाऊंगा तुझे, later in the podcast. But वो एक शेख वाला joke था जो मैं सबको सुनाता होता था, तो मैंने ना वो उधर जाके सुना दिया, and I just put the mic down and didn't even say anything, and I pick up, held the girl's hand, and I just left because I was very very embarrassed, because वो तो ठीक है कि ये लोग तो मुझे नहीं जानते, तो ठीक है, I don't have to see them
ever again.
She knew me, and that was the first time I was meeting her, so it was like really really embarrassing. Yeah, तो उसके बाद मेरा थोड़ा सा दिल उतर गया स्टैंड अप से, तो for like a year I didn't do it. फिर स्ट्रिक्टली सोशल खुला गुलबर्ग में, तो उसके लिए I did 4 gigs. It was paid and I had obviously मैं यूनी में आ गया हुआ था, 10K 15K गुजर गए हुए थे, तो एक जो मॉडरेट फेम की जिंदगी होती है वो मैं जी रहा था, तो अच्छा लग रहा था, लोग आते थे,
and those were better, those were experiences.
Yeah, those were better because I actually started working with a stand-up comedian friend. I feel like कि जैसे मैं अभी तुम लोगों के साथ बैठा हूँ, and if I vibe well with you, if I'm comfortable talking to you, I feel like I can be better at comedy, right? Better at telling jokes. Otherwise I'm just trying too hard, and I don't like that. खुल के
बंदा असल में नहीं आता,
वो मुझे अपना वो वर्जन ही नहीं मुझे पसंद, वो बहुत फेक हो जाता है, और वो कर रहा होता है ठीक है, लेकिन मुझे बहुत बाद में मैं सोचता हूँ कि यार इतना फेक, I didn't like it. तो वो मैं एक बंदा मिला मुझे, he is married but he does comedy and he has the sort of humor I have, so I did like 4 shows with him, and we did it. It wasn't stand up, to be fair. It wasn't stand up. There's this Netflix special that came out. I don't know the name of the actors, but
Penn and Teller तो नहीं है? हाँ? Penn and Teller?
नहीं.
Penn and Teller तो बहुत पुराने भी हैं.
अब सबके नाम ना लेना शुरू हो जाए.
नहीं. It was like this. I don't remember the show's name either, but it was like basically they. यार Silicon Valley देखा तूने?
मैंने देखा थोड़ा.
Silicon Valley के अंदर वो जो लीडर नहीं होता?
Yeah.
मतलब जो मेन कैरेक्टर जो है,
the guy who funds them,
the guy who has the idea.
Yeah. सही है,
वो बंदा है इसके अंदर, मिडलडिच एंड एल्ड्रिज है इसका नाम, मिडलडिच एंड एल्ड्रिज इसका नाम है,
ठीक है.
So these are 2 people you're obviously familiar with, and they हाँ वो they've been in many movies, so you're obviously they're very known faces.
Okay,
right? So they put out 3 episodes in which they did like 50-minute stand-ups, in which they go out on stage, they ask the audience a couple of questions, and from those questions they make up a skit, and they do improv. They're basically doing improv for 50 minutes. It's like there's no material, there's no props, there's nothing, it's just, and there's no even already thought of jokes, right? It's all on the spot.
Wow.
And I've always been good at improv. I knew that. I haven't been good at like writing down content and doing stuff like that. So I was like, I can do this. So I said yes to him after like 2 years of not doing stand-up, which we did. We called it Deer in the Headlights, which actually means ke random stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's a good name.
Yeah. So I was excited about it. We did it, and it was great. मतलब like 20 लोग थे वहाँ पर, and 10 of them were my fans. I don't consider people that come from my Instagram to be genuine audience, because they will laugh at anything you say, bro. They're there
because they already laugh at you.
They already like you, yeah. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that वो एक genuine result.
Again, वो fair assessment नहीं
होगी. fair assessment नहीं होगी.
How does it sound to people who don't know you?
Yeah, exactly. तो वहाँ पर वो लोग भी बैठे हुए थे जो मुझे नहीं जानते थे, तो कुछ उसमें अच्छा था, कुछ उसमें नहीं अच्छा था, बट मुझे एक बहुत genuine assessment मिला. उसके बाद मेरा दिल किया एक्चुअली वो करने का, तो I did that like twice or thrice. अभी recently भी मुझे उसकी call आई थी, but I said no because मेरे paper चल रहे थे.
Right.
Yeah.
अभी बहुत recently फारिग हो गए.
हाँ, मैं बहुत recently फारिग हुआ.
But yeah, I mean, so it's always a trial and error thing with stuff. I think वो जो तूने पहले और दूसरे stand up का बताया, I think अगर वो ना होते, I mean काफी बड़ा cliché to say this कि अगर वो ना होते दो तो फिर maybe you wouldn't have, you know, progressed in terms of your, and do you feel much more comfortable and much more like confident in your stand up now, and like तुझे अब वो फील हो रहा है कि क्योंकि अब मुझे एक फेयर असेसमेंट का प्रोसेस मिल गया है, where I got in front of crowds knowing कि अच्छा वो नहीं करना ये करना है, or was it the audience itself that changed? क्योंकि I know Strictly Social में might be more likely to have a more relatable audience than say Mauka and Defense or something.
Definitely.
Was it the audience or what? Like that?
No, bro, I just feel like ये मतलब not just about fuck ups in stand up and comedy necessarily. I mean generally, as is with every human being, this is how you should live life, bro. If you've been through something, learn from it, bro. That's the only thing you can get out of it.
Yeah.
वरना वो आपको सारी जिंदगी ना ब्रो तब चढ़ाती रहेगी कि वो हुआ था ये वो इस तरह ना. तो if you get something out from it, आप बाद में उस पर अच्छी तरह रिफ्लेक्ट भी कर सकते हो कि यार मतलब it becomes a good memory for you. तो I feel like everything मतलब it's butterfly effect वाली सारी situation है कि मतलब if this didn't happen, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So I always, bro, I just say alhamdulillah, man. Everything that has happened has got me here, and where I am is not a bad place, bro.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah, hashtag best.
Yeah. And do you wanna like comedy को again stand up or Instagram की तरफ obviously you look at, but how आने से पहले वैसे ही randomly discuss करते मैंने कभी पूछूंगा एक्टिंग का मूड है? Do you wanna go towards that kind of?
मेरा कॉमेडी का कभी मूड था ही नहीं मेरा शुरू से. Bro, I am a person who has grown up on television. Right? My face on the television all the time. I never went out with friends, hardly ever. Before my uni life, I had no life, bro. Before my uni life, this is what I did. This is all I did. Watch movies, television, acting, impersonating my favorite actors, Jim Carrey, stuff like that. Bollywood even. Fairly recently, I started watching old Bollywood movies, but Bollywood has some good content as well. But मेरा तो सारा सीन ही एक्टिंग का था शुरू से. मैंने थिएटर भी बचपन से किया है.
अच्छा.
बट मुझे बाद में लोगों ने कहा, मतलब बाद में मुझे खुद भी थोड़ा सा अंदाजा हुआ कि आई कैन डू कॉमेडी. इट्स नॉट हार्ड. आई हैव
सो एक्टिंग इज डेफिनेटली
एक्टिंग इज माय टॉप प्रायोरिटी. बट अगेन जो हम पहले बात कर रहे थे कि पाथवे मुश्किल होता है ये वो, स्पेशली पाकिस्तान में ये बात अब मतलब ठीक है. मेरे कुछ दोस्त हैं जो इस चीज़ से बेनिफिट भी करते हैं. मैं उस बात को मतलब तुम लोग नहीं जानते होगे, लेकिन वैसे ही जो बाद में लोग देखेंगे कोई मुझे इस बात पे कॉल आउट कर सकता है. बट मैं मतलब मेरे कुछ दोस्त हैं जो इस चीज़ से बेनिफिट करते हैं. बट पाकिस्तान में बहुत सीन है टू हैव कॉन्टैक्ट्स टू गेट इनटू द एक्टिंग इंडस्ट्री, स्पेशली नॉट जस्ट कॉन्टैक्ट्स, इट्स बीइंग अ प्रिटी बॉय, राइट? नथिंग यू मतलब लाइक गोरे अब वापस इस चीज़ पे आ रहे हैं कि बॉडी पॉजिटिविटी, एंड इवन इफ इट इज़ फेक, अगर फेक मूवी सेल करने के लिए भी है, वो आ रहे हैं इस पे कि दानों वाला बॉय दिखाना है टीनेज में, हमने हैंडसम फकिंग 6 पैक्स वाला बफ नहीं दिखाना, राइट? पाकिस्तान अगेन कैचिंग अप राइट नाउ. तो वी आर ऑल प्रिटी बॉय एंड इंडिया की तरह ही फुल सेक्सी होना चाहिए और प्यारा होना चाहिए और कैमरे के सामने अच्छा लगना चाहिए ये वो. तो अभी उस चीज में भी हम लोग बहुत पीछे हैं. तो कम ऑन मैन.
I was like, what do you mean this benefits you, bro?
No, this doesn't.
You're the prettiest pretty boy अब आना. Yeah, got it back.
इसका OCD fulfill हो गया, उसको
finally
satisfaction मिल गया.
मैं तब से वेट कर रहा था लाइन मारूं.
This mixed with the sexy ASMR voice. Are you having fun? Oh yeah, that's nice.
मैं और उमर चले जाते हैं.
Let's just you guys get a room. अच्छा क्या बात कर रहे थे?
मैं कह रहा था कि तू इतना चिकना है, तुझे क्या टेंशन?
नहीं, उससे पहले क्या बात कर रहे थे?
हाँ, we talk about the industry.
और दूसरा ये कि obviously contacts आपके होने चाहिए, otherwise it's not easy. अब I said this in my Midsummer live, the final episode I reviewed, even though I didn't watch entirety of it, so my opinion doesn't matter, but it's just my opinion, so no one get offended. I said this, that people like these have resources to make shows, right? ठीक है, MSRM is a producer. You can't say he's a bad producer. He produced, मतलब like writing wise को आप छोड़ दो. You can't say he's a bad cameraman या direction या मतलब lighting. इन चीज़ों पे आप you don't criticize that much. It's just like पाकिस्तान में मतलब ठीक है, you're making an effort. Props to this guy.
उसे पता नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ इससे बेहतर पता होगा. तूने देखा Midsummer Chaos?
Why would you do that?
नहीं वैसे क्या scene what do you think about the direction and because we can maybe speak more about the writing and the
Can we
stuff
flip
like
the
that.
camera on him?
Do you want the camera on you? You could just okay. You have a mic, right? Oh, you didn't plug it in? Never mind. Your opinion does not matter. Go on.
अच्छा. So what I was saying was कि ठीक है मतलब कि you can make something like that. मैं जो argument करने लगा हूँ वो सिर्फ मैं जो argument
इस podcast के intro यही tone होगी.
I think so. Please.
जी bro side story थोड़ी सी I just came in the Uber and me and the guy had the same phone and the same ringtone and that was not even the sad part. The sad part was that he got more calls than I did, man. I cried on the way over here. Like,
Bro, not getting calls is great.
No,
I wish
bro,
no one called me.
I
just
I
me.
get so excited when someone calls me. I pick up random numbers like on the first bell. I'm like, hello, who wants to talk to me?
Bro, मैं तो
Hello, be like
जानने
Hamza.
वाला
Hello,
को-
be like Hamza.
जानने वाले भी यार कभी ना ही phone किया.
Ulta scene.
And that's
We were
what it
talking
feels
about your
like.
Midsummer live and you
Yeah.
were and you,
So basically, what I said was that these people are hogging. You can't act in something and then go online and say, "Don't judge our acting. We are not actors." Right? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
If you're not actors, don't act. Hold
No,
auditions.
or if you're putting it out on YouTube, that from the channel that is named Kissa Nagri, or which is actually there to promote content and put out content, and then if you're putting it out there, and the show is packaged as such कि इस्लामाबादी elite का है, जो लोग यही डिफेंस की वाम देखेगी और कहेगी यार फिट है हमारी जिंदगी ऐसी ही है जो कि नहीं है. But then why are you trying to shield yourself from criticism? Because लोग देख के कहेंगे कुछ तो कहेंगे ना फीडबैक के बारे में कि कैसा है.
Yep.
I mean you can't just put it on YouTube. I mean anyone, if we put something on YouTube and someone says कि it's not good, हम ये तो नहीं कह सकते यार हम कौन सा जो रोगन है हमें तो ना क्या है.
Bro, someone sent me a screenshot of this text that said that basically me and Shahid and Hadi did a live on this, right? So someone texted someone that this gave me severe anxiety or something like that, right? Which I sort of struggled with. This is not like a long thing. This is just like something that happened and I thought of it and I was like, ठीक है, what I said could have given her or him anxiety. But if you're putting stuff out, you should have the, caliber to accept criticism. I didn't cuss. I didn't say anything personal. I didn't make comments on your looks or your life or who you are, even though I know most of them personally. I didn't make comments on your life. I made comments on your acting, on your
performance.
On the performance. Yeah. I am your audience. I am your customer. I am supposed to give my criticisms to you. So this is
like selling a shoe. जूता फारेग है और आपको यार जूता फारेग है यार आप मेरी feelings hurt कर रहे हैं.
But also like more than that, like these guys got like I'm sure I don't know any of them. I don't know anyone in the cast. I don't know of them. Like I said, I keep myself very disconnected from everything that's happening around me.
Good for you.
I find people, and then because of them, I find other people who then I severely. You know how I found you? Pauna Ghanta.
Right.
Favorite shit. Like I watched that video so many times, and I was like, this guy's fucking awesome. And I would go through your thing, but again, I don't look around ke ye ho raha hai, wo, so I don't really know. But I'm sure all of these people have gained a lot from the show, like in terms of numbers and popularity and people who know them. Obviously, it's the thing we're talking about right now. How does this not benefit? And if it is benefiting them, itna to ho sakta hai ki you take a bit of criticism about how you did.
Yeah. Bro, no, it's not like they're stupid. They realize that literally 75%. Okay, I'm not going to say 75%. That would be too harsh. But
a large majority.
A lot of majority of the hype they got was negative. I mean, they can't deny that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can sort of at all deny it, because I think the first episode has around 75% dislikes.
Yeah.
So that
you
is
shouldn't
what.
be like,
you can't say that people shouldn't give you dislikes because it hurts you, because you put it out there and there's an option to dislike it. So people are going to use that option if they don't like it. Yeah. That's it.
And especially, ending. I know Dani didn't watch the final episode, but ending
spoiling.
Bro, it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. It's just like ending your show in the final scene with a fuck you to the audience is like
that's how they ended it.
Yeah, that's like the final scene was like one of the character. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but
yeah, that's fine.
it's a
I'm
show
not
that is
gonna
spoiled
watch it, but-
entirely
Actually,
by
you can
themselves.
spoil it.
It's
probably
already
would watch
spoiled,
it.
bro.
Just go. Yeah, what happened?
हाँ,
Yeah.
मतलब
Final
कभी
scene?
Bro,
देखना है.
it's like the last 3 seconds of the show, and like one of the main characters just like looks up at the camera and says, "Fuck you, audience." And
Oh, that's like their Frank Underwood breaking the
breaking
fourth
the
wall.
that's
Fourth
exactly
wall.
what I
Fuck you,
said.
audience?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
क्या है?
That मतलब oh इनकी तरफ से they've broken the wall. And
और
they're
ब्रो
like,
ब्रो वॉल भी किस तरह ब्रेक
so-
किया. वहाँ पे फ्रैंक अंडरवुड लगा होता है अपनी मूव्स के बारे में बताने, और यहाँ पे
Actually, fuck you, audience. Was that the
Yeah.
total
That's it.
verbiage
That's
used?
the entire
even that line
linguistic
wasn't well written.
use. Yeah.
Literally, that's something you could have said something else. Like you could have been like,
Fuck you.
you know,
guys
say some
or
deep
something.
shit and then say fuck
मतलब
you
for
and
a
end it.
show,
Like, I don't
for a
know.
show
नहीं, अगर
who
वो deep
likes to
shit
put in
कहते-
Easter eggs like cutting the cake in the start of
अच्छा,
every
उसका
episode.
एक सेकंड, उसका कोई तुक पता लगी?
हाँ, उसकी तुक ये थी, मतलब
अच्छा,
इसी में
थी?
आ रहा हूँ, उसकी एक तुक ये थी कि probably कि I don't know, someone explained it to me कि as I said, मैंने इसके 2 episode नहीं देखे थे. हाँ, 600 में था, 6 episodes थे, तो like it was one for every episode, something like it had a deeper.
But did the
It had a deeper interpretation, but I didn't care enough to ask or remember. But I just said कि मतलब for a show to put in Easter eggs like that, you could at least fucking do something at the end that does not say "fuck you, audience," man.
Yeah.
There are 20 people that actually like your show, man.
उनको भी आपने
What the fuck are
उनको
you
भी नीचे
doing?
दे
Yeah.
दिया.
Yes.
And in that show, I think that's the worst written line, and that's saying something.
Fuck you, haters would have been a better line.
Because
Even much
that's
better.
That's
With
the,
a Z.
Took
because
took
that's
me
the
2
worst.
seconds to say
That's
that.
the
Like,
worst
think of it.
written line because it was the easiest to get right.
Right? Yeah. Fuck you, audience.
And they did sort of like a big
So
bold,
आज से हम
big
podcast
bold
trend
statement
करें.
to the audience, and we did it for us and stuff like that.
No.
Why did you do it for yourself? If you wanted to do it for yourself, play it on the home television, man. You did this for your audience. Your content was not good. If it was not good, take that criticism, put out a better show, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there was a lot of people involved. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
not a lot. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
sure
and-
there's a couple of people involved who didn't want to be a part of this, but they ended up, being in it anyway. I feel bad
Probably
for
was
them.
good pay, it was good work. Not
Yeah.
I don't even feel bad for them. At the end of the show, I just said that I would like to give props to everyone who worked on this, even the actors. That it's an effort. They got up every day, they did it. ठीक है?
But it's bad.
Just take criticism. It's bad.
Yeah, and it's not like
I
people-
have so many bad videos. Most of my videos are bad, but some of them are good, and I like to take criticism. Everyone likes to take criticism if you're online because आप इस सोच के साथ आते हो.
And what I would like to say, it's not like people had anything personal against them or wanted to shit on them just for the sake of it, because it's not like people generally जो audience को वो cater कर रहे हैं, करना चाह रहे थे, are there to just shoot shit down whatever comes.
Churales,
जो show था,
Yeah,
people
Churales.
loved it, people liked it a lot, उसके
People
अच्छे
also
reviews
hated
थे.
it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's
And a lot of people liked it as
yeah.
well, and people hated it on multiple grounds, different वो थी, like
A lot of
that
people
shit.
did hate Churales just because it was because of the message behind the show and
Exactly.
how
So that's
feminist
what
it
I
was.
was. That's what I was gonna
I know
say.
a lot of people hated it just because of that reason as well, and I don't like that. I do not like that. I think even if you don't agree with the feminist doctrine, which if you don't, all right, great.
Why are you?
Yeah, like why are you here? Like please
Yeah.
go back to 19, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
whatever.
Or just don't watch Rails.
Yeah.
Or just don't talk to me or anyone about it.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself and don't do anything about it either. And then die, right? Not die.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Mazak. But my point is, if you don't agree with it, that's fine. Why can't you look at a show from its artistic or just from its from an independent objective perspective and still say, okay, I liked or did not like that show because of those merits. I cannot. And लेकिन इस situation में Midsummer Chaos में कुछ ऐसा नहीं था. It was like
इसमें how can you actually deep down convince yourself that people are shitting on it for personal reasons or because they have nothing, they want to find something that they want to shit on.
But also like that's kind of shitty kid. Somebody would just,
That's actually true partly. That's ठीक है, there are people online who have careers out of roasting stuff like that, and you are just feeding them content. People like me as well, to a certain extent. I don't make roasts, but that's mostly what I do. I just make skits about these people. So it's like a lot of people profit from these, and that's a fair argument to make. But you can't, consciously say that's their fault. It's like your content is bad. If it's not bad, they'll have very less material to make fun of.
Exactly. I mean, no one's making fun of like what stuff is considered great. कुछ roast करने की है नहीं तो वो करते ही नहीं है.
Tabish Hashmi has haters. No one is making fun of Tabish Hashmi's jokes. His jokes are good. Tabish Hashmi still has haters.
Yeah, haters तो आपके होंगे. That's beside the whole point is कि haters are defined by, I would categorize a hater as someone who hates you beyond your art or beyond what they just hate you. Whatever you do, आपने कल कोई The Godfather level की movie भी निकाल दी, वो फिर भी आपको गालियाँ देंगे. और आपने कुछ बुरा भी किया तब भी वो obviously करेंगे. This is not that case for me. A lot of people just ended up obviously making fun of it, which would have hurt a lot of people working in the show. But I think for them to come out and say that we should be immune from all criticism, it's sort of, I mean, it's going against the essence of... I don't even
care about that.
Yeah, and also the
I care about fuck you audience.
What the
hell is that, man? What the fuck?
मुझे तो पता भी नहीं था.
Genuinely, again, this is what I said on the live as well, that I was watching the episode and I was like genuinely so fucking pissed off. Like 5 or 7 people actually watch this and I came down from 20 to 5 to 7. But 5 to 7 people actually genuinely watch this as a show. They're like sitting down with their dinner.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually being flippant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk to one of those guys?
Oh, you 5 to 6 people who enjoyed the show.
Find them and you need to
no, but I'm actually
post about them.
I'm actually interested as to people who watch the show, because obviously
it's just a probability, man.
जिससे भी हाँ, but जिससे भी बात करो वो आगे से एक certain वो करता है. लेकिन I would love to talk to someone who actually likes the show and ask them. No, it's not.
Genuinely, as research as why.
I am trying to understand.
And then you put like wires on their brain. And like see the activity in the brain when they answer that stuff.
And then eliminate that from all future babies.
We are evolving.
If there is
just
any
backwards.
Activity. Yeah. Bro, something interesting you mentioned though when you were recounting your Instagram live about the show, that some people do have an abundance of, let's say, resources when it comes to their content creation and stuff. Obviously, nobody can really decide the birth lottery and how it plays out either way, whatever it is. But do you see this a lot? Like a mismatch when it comes to the resources and the content. And how do we? I know you. I don't know. Have you thought about how do we fix it? Like how do we check it as a society of people who are consuming content? Hum kya kare that we can in a way maybe eradicate the gap?
This goes hand in hand with the thing we were talking about earlier, which is that we have people who have the resources. I've worked in like 3-4 projects where people had like over the fucking resources you need, right, for this show. Too extra, right? So it was like the content they produced was not good. So those shows didn't work out. They didn't like. Yeah. It was just like, you have a startup, you have this project. It was like kids like that, but privileged, right, who had the resources. And it's not bad to be elite, bro. It's not bad to be elite, but you need to acknowledge that some people have it harder.
Yeah,
right?
you don't choose either way.
Yeah, right? If you keep paving the way for the elite, the underprivileged or the struggling artist, if you may, will never find the opportunity. So the problem here in Pakistan especially is that TikTok and face value and your number of followers just go side by side with your worth. Yeah, that's the sad reality that we need to start accepting. I felt like I've been treated better and worse based on my following. Like I've been butlered, right, jaise hota hai, because of my followers, and I've been treated like which I feel like a lot of people who work with brands and stuff like that after becoming like 10k se upar, so they feel this, that they are just used as a product, because matlab kuch wo aisi baatein kar rahe hote hain that you wouldn't say to a human being, like matlab why matlab they can't grasp time. Like I have 24 hours, you have 24 hours, right, you have 24 hours as well. Can you consciously tell me that I have to get this amount of work done in this much hours, and then after I've produced that, मतलब you want me to make these cuts and edits and stuff like that, right? तो मैं तो मतलब जब भी इस तरह की कोई डील करता हूँ उससे पहले हमेशा कहता हूँ कि मैं कोई कटिंग एडिटिंग नहीं करूँगा, क्योंकि बिकॉज वो स्टार्ट एंड से लिंक्ड होता है, इस तरह का सीन होता है. बट ये मसला होता है, तो उसके लिए फिर दे यूजुअली दे डोंट गो फॉर पीपल लाइक मी मतलब I'm not trying to say कि I'm a saint or something, but they don't go for people, creators
who want to stand up for themselves.
Yeah, who want to stand, basically
like,
who want to stand up for themselves, who are not like submissive.
Right.
They want to go for creators who are just going to give them the basic thing. It's going to be simple for them, and I understand that it's not like big companies are approaching you. It's like their head, वो भी एक head होता है किसी LSC या किसी लम्स की कोई बच्ची होती है, कोई लड़का होता है जो आपसे बात कर रहा होता है, तो like उनके लिए भी मतलब I can understand कि वो कम से कम ख्वारी करना चाह रहे होते हैं, तो वो इसलिए चाहते हैं कि कोई टिकटॉकर हो, वो सीधा सीधा एक वीडियो बनाए 10 सेकंड की डांस की. अब मुझे कोई टिकटॉकर कहता है तो मैं उससे थोड़ी सी बहस भी नहीं करता, मैं उसको कॉल पे मैं उसको सुनाने लग जाता, तो क्या देख मेरी बात सुन, मैं टिकटॉक वगैरह नहीं मैं करता, तो मैं तो स्किट बना देता हूँ. ब्रो आई हैव मेड 6 minute 8 minute skits for people who didn't let me post them because they were like, bro, एक लड़की रोने लग गई एक दफा. I did for like a restaurant and she called my manager and she started crying, bro, कि he didn't make what I asked him to make and ये और वो, and this is coming out of my budget.
Crying as in tears?
Yeah, is what my manager told me. So like I was like, damn man.
अगली दफा सही वीडियो बनाई यार.
It's the one and only video I made with like music in the background. Like,
why did she come to you? What did she expect?
I don't know, man. It wasn't why did she come to me. It was more like I told her that I wouldn't.
Yeah. Wait,
like why would you?
Damn, man.
तो resources वाली जहाँ तक बात है, इसलिए कि ये जो बड़ी कंपनीज होती हैं ये इस तरह आपको फक कर देती हैं. तो जब दूसरे स्टार्टअप्स जिस तरह किस्सा नगरी है या इस तरह के 2-3 जो होते हैं जो बनाते हैं, RF स्टूडियोज एक है, वो असल एक्टर्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं देते ब्रो. मतलब मैं हूँ एक इन्फ्लुएंसर, ठीक है, मैं इन्फ्लुएंसिंग भी करता हूँ, मैं एक एक्टर भी हूँ ब्रो, मैं एक कॉमेडियन भी हूँ, मैं मेरा एक्टिंग में एक्सपीरियंस है तो मैं कहता हूँ मैं एक्टर हूँ. मेरा एक्टिंग में एक्सपीरियंस ना होता मैं कहता मैं गेमर नहीं हूँ, मैं गेमिंग नहीं करता, मैं एक रेसलर नहीं हूँ, मैं रेसलिंग नहीं करता, मैं
एक्टर हो तो रेसलर भी हो ब्रो.
हाँ, एक्टर हो तो रेसलर भी हो. पाकिस्तान में आप सब कुछ हो. आप
नहीं दुनिया में
आप अच्छा एक्टर हो तो रेसलर भी हो. WWE
जल्दी
चुप कर यार. Sorry, you were saying
offend हो गया मैं.
You are what you are and you aren't what you aren't, right? वो वाला classification जरूरी होती है.
And if you want what you want, you're gonna suffer, is what I mean.
Yeah.
You're gonna suffer. It's gonna be very hard for you to keep reminding yourself कि नहीं मैं अपने साथ बहुत मतलब कि मैं फुल सेल्फ अवेयर हूँ और मैं अपने साथ बहुत स्ट्रांग हूँ और मैं अपनी ऑडियंस को जेन्युइन हूँ और ये चीज़ें आपके ज़हन में अपने आप को रिमाइंड करते हो तो दे फील रियल. अदरवाइज नो वन एल्स टेल्स यू. मतलब कि इट डजंट फील लाइक इट डजंट फील लाइक अ रिवॉर्ड. राइट. आई फील ब्लेस्ड बिकॉज मेरी ऑडियंस जितनी भी है ब्रो, जितनी कम भी है कंपेयर टू द रेस्ट, कुछ के लिए ज़्यादा है, कुछ के लिए बहुत कम है. इट्स अबाउट पर्सपेक्टिव. ज़्यादा है बट जितनी भी है, मुझे इस बात का हमेशा जिधर भी मुझे कोई भी बंदा मेरे से ज़्यादा फॉलोअर्स वाला भी मेंशन अगर करता है तो हमेशा मुझे कहता है कि यार तेरी फॉलोइंग जेन्युइन बहुत है, मतलब कि ऑर्गेनिक है. तो मैं उस बारे में उसको मैं बहुत प्राउडली लेता भी हूँ बिकॉज आई नो कि इनमें जितने भी लोग हैं ना ब्रो, हर बंदे का मुझे एटलीस्ट चेहरा तो पता होता है. बिकॉज मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा ब्रो, ब्रो यू हैव नो आइडिया. आई नो if I meet fans and they say their username, I vaguely bro I remember it, and most times I recall it to them because मेरी किसी ना किसी से बात हुई होती है and I feel bro better. I know who I'm making content for. I know what they want. If I'm making bad content, कोई 12 साल का भी बच्चा होता है ना, मुझे गालियाँ दे रहा होगा ब्रो, उससे मेरी एक ना एक दफा बात हुई होती है जेन्युइन ब्रो, और इससे मुझे बहुत फायदा होता है.
फायदा बट टाइम कंजम्पशन भी
बहुत होती है. बट देन अगेन ब्रो देख, इस तरह नहीं होता कि कोई भी इन्फ्लुएंसर होता है या कोई भी बंदा है उसका फोन ब्लो अप कर रहा है एंड ही कांट रिप्लाई टू इट. इट्स जस्ट मैटर ही डजंट वांट टू. आई डोंट रिप्लाई टू ऑल द टेक्स्ट आई गेट एंड आई डोंट गेट दैट मेनी टेक्स्ट. आई जस्ट रिप्लाई टू लाइक, मतलब मैं खोलता हूँ, मैं देखता हूँ ऊपर से, ऑब्वियसली ऊपर से जो आ रहा होता है मैं देखता हूँ कि अच्छा ये बात ने ठीक की हुई, अच्छी की हुई है, मैं रिप्लाई करता हूँ, बात करता हूँ, इससे पूछता हूँ ये वो.
Damn यार, but obviously that's in a way data and collection and you know exactly you know what your audience is like.
I don't see it. मतलब कि this is coming off pretty sad कि I reply to everyone, but I don't mean it like that. I mean it like exactly like data collection. Like anytime I'm doing bad with my content, I just go in my DMs and I talk to anyone I can talk to. मतलब जिन्होंने obviously पहले मुझे मैसेज किया होता है और उनसे मैं मतलब पूछता हूँ, मतलब सवाल करता हूँ.
That's very good, and that's a very learning like kind of trait. You even though like it's working, and like I genuinely think you're a genuinely funny guy, like which is why when that one video just got me, like wo jo maine bataya na, uske baad I watch videos, whenever I watch them I'm like I'm safe that I know this guy is gonna say some funny shit, and you always do. and I in that process, like मैं हमेशा सोचता हूँ कि how do you like define the molds around you कि अच्छा मैं इस तरह का character play कर सकता हूँ, because obviously this is stuff you sit and think about, and I'm sure you write about and then you research about and then all of that. Is there a method? No?
This is where I went wrong with my content. I started to because I saw people, मतलब बचपन से ही ना मसला ये है कि मुझे आता भी होगा ना अगर एग्जाम, तो मुझे टेंशन होगी कि साथ वाला क्या कर रहा है, साथ वाला एक्स्ट्रा शीट क्यों मांग रहा है, ये क्यों मतलब रूलर इस्तेमाल कर रहा है, मतलब मुझे आता भी होगा आंसर, मैं परेशान हो जाऊंगा, मुझे है कि मैंने उसका ही देख कर लिखना है, मुझे तसल्ली हो जाए उसका, ठीक है, वो वाली फीलिंग नहीं होती कि मतलब 2 + 2 is 4 but you want to just check the calculator when you have the calculator, right? तो वो वाला सीन होता है मुझे. तो अब मतलब progressing and talking to people and getting to know people and they had a method, and their method was writing down content, right? But मतलब the realization that you don't have to have a method came really late to me. Okay, you shouldn't always do what other people do. You will end up frustrating yourself. So I forgot, since I didn't have a method, I didn't forget what I was trying to say. I forgot at the time. Okay, when you don't have a method, you forget that you had a method, because not having a method is a method, right? So I forgot how I used to make videos was I used to just pick up the camera, say random ass shit, bro. Like the first 5 minutes, I wouldn't show to anyone, not even my fucking therapist, bro. I wouldn't show that shit to, because I was saying stuff that would get me in the fucking, insane asylum or stuff like that. So I used to just like get all that out, right. And in the middle of that, something really funny would come out, and then I would just go with it, and I would do it over and over and over and over again till I had like the perfect joke in the shortest amount of time, in the perfect way I could optimize it. But I didn't let go of like the improv part of it, because if I'm saying it over and over and over again, it's like plastic. मतलब वो plastic सा हो जाता है at the 10th or 11th time. तो मुझे भी नहीं हंसी आ रही होती, because I've already heard it. If I upload it, 100 people are gonna say, yeah, it's funny, but it's not gonna be as funny. तो जिस तरह तूने बात की कि एंड पे हंसी आ रही होती, तो वो यही होता है कि मैं जब कैमरा बंद कर रहा होता तो मेरी अपनी एकदम हंसी निकलती है, यार ये क्या तूने बनाया है ना. तो दैट इज लाइक द बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ मी मेकिंग अ वीडियो. दैट इज द पार्ट आई एंजॉय, कि यार ये क्या बनाया है तूने, और मैं उसको फिर बार बार देखता हूँ, मुझे बहुत मजा आता है. तो वो अगर मतलब मिस आउट, ये मेरा मेथड होता था कि मैंने बनाना है, दस्ती बनाना है, बस एक जोक पकड़ लेना है और उसको मैंने बोलना है जब तक वो फनी रहता है. जब वो फनी होना बंद हो जाएगा, उसके बाद नहीं मैंने बनाना, मैंने बंद कर देना है, मैंने वो पोस्ट ही नहीं करना. 10 दफ़ा देखना है, 10 दफ़ा फनी लगा है, फिर पोस्ट कर देना.
And know a lot of people who watching this might want to be comedians or anything else themselves that requires public speaking, जहाँ आप लोगों के सामने खड़े होकर बात करनी होती है. एक चीज़, because So I debated a lot in school. So I was the kind of guy who always needed to get every word I could potentially say on my sheet. My sheets would be filled. Like it was a kind of, I realized this later, like I would never really look at the sheet to kind of, obviously maybe a glance or two to remember what I had to say, but it was 8 minutes worth of speaking I'd have to do. I'd never really look at it, but before I would go up, and I'd always be third speaker, well, I'd come at the end, right? So I'd listen to 4 or 5 people before me, and I would always just write down everything, whatever they're saying, whatever I could say, whatever they're saying, whatever I could say. But when I go up there, मैं सामने रखता तो मैं नीचे देखता ही नहीं था. It was just in my head कि अच्छा मैंने लिख लिया, मुझे भूलेगा नहीं. How do you overcome that like thing where a lot of people struggle with it, where you have to like write shit and have shit for you to feel like, okay, I'm gonna go up there and I'm not just gonna completely blank out, sit there and go
तो तू ये कह रहा है मतलब कि basically you're saying कि even though you know most of it, if you don't have it with you, तो थोड़ा panic feel करता है, तो करता है.
Yeah, exactly. और अभी laptop पहले normally होता था when guests used to be here. I've now trained myself to not have it. But what do you do to like? Do you never think like यार?
ये काफी relatable situation. I feel like हम सब इससे गुजरते हैं.
Yeah.
Recently भी मतलब मैंने 2-3 stand-ups ago मैंने यही किया था. I had bullet points on my phone कि मैंने अगर if I get lost, this is where I have to go, right? तो it's what I did, but I've gotten over it. I feel like I've gotten over it. I can do public speaking. The way to get over it is just the way to get out of any uncomfortable position or any of your insecurities, or it's just to put yourself into it.
Jump in the deep end.
There's no other solution. You can say, yeah, you can talk to me about it. You can vent. Venting help. Venting does help. It helps 50%, but it's not gonna help you unless you try it for yourself. You put yourself in that situation and see how it turns out. If it turns out bad, ठीक है, you got your answer.
Most of the time, it's gonna turn out better than you thought it was gonna turn out, because the first
but the third time you're gonna be better.
Yeah.
That's just a rule of life, bro. That's not something you can say कि अगर ना हुआ.
Yeah.
The दो दफा you know, bro, from tried and tested, bro. Tried and tested. I've been on so many bad stand-ups. I've tried so much bad stuff. ये तुम निकाल भी सकते हो इसमें से, but इतना बुरा stuff try करके ही आप अच्छे stuff पर पहुंचते हो ना. तो it's the same analogy for this. That you try and you fail and you learn.
Yeah.
I'm still failing, bro. I'm still failing in a lot of things. I can't for the life of me say in a lot of things, but yeah.
You either win or you learn.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor said that.
Yeah.
He's not learning.
Wrestling joke, I related. I am a part of this now.
MMA fan.
Yeah. MMA fan.
I think that's a beautiful note to end on. Dive on the deep end. It's been 60 minutes. Didn't even realize.
This is a 60-minute podcast.
Yeah, we can't go over हमारी cameras
Sexy.
और वो ज़्यादा over इतना नहीं कर सकते.
जुगाड़ू system है.
तो फिर हम conclusion.
तूने एक joke बताना था शेखों वाला.
That should be your outro, bro.
Yeah, that
मैं
should be
भूला
your
नहीं,
outro.
bro.
That is okay. एक बंदा होता है, ठीक है. वो ना अच्छा 2 jokes हैं. मैं
जितने बताने बता दे.
ठीक है. एक बंदा होता है, एक शेख होता है, वो जहाज में ना फ्रिज ले जाता है, ठीक है. जहाज में फ्रिज ले जाता है, as you do. तो ना पैसेंजर उसकी जो होती है, उसके साथ जो बैठी होती है औरत, तो कहती है पहले जहाज में जगह नहीं है, पागल फ्रिज ले आया, हम क्या करेंगे. वो शिकायत कर देती है उसकी. तो उसके साथ शेख के पास बंदे आते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि मतलब इस तरह नहीं हो सकता, इस तरह नहीं चल सकता. तो शेख क्या करता है फ्रिज का? जहाज का दरवाजा खोल के बाहर फेंक देता है. Moving on to the next
This
joke.
is like one of those ones.
It's like one of those ones, yeah.
हाथी को आप फ्रिज में किस तरह बंद करते हो? दरवाजा खोल के.
हाँ.
अच्छा.
बहुत स्मार्ट है यार तू इसमें.
एक ना हाँ ये रिडल था. दिस इज अ बेटर वन एक्चुअली. एक कश्ती होती है, ठीक है, दरिया के बीच में होती है. उस पे ना एक मियाँ और बीवी बैठे होते हैं, ठीक है. तो ना आपस में लड़ाई चल रही होती है, ठीक है. एज इज इन मैरिजेस, डोंट गेट मैरिड. तो वो ना आपस में लड़ रहे होते हैं. तो बीवी कहती है कि ना वाइल्ड एस बीवी सेज कि मैं ना अपनी अंगूठी उतार के दरिया में फेंक रही हूँ, अगर तुम 5 मिनट है तुम्हारे पास, अगर तुम 5 मिनट के अंदर ना लाए ना तो मैं खुदकुशी कर रही हूँ.
क्या नहीं लाए?
अंगूठी दरिया में फेंक, ठीक है. वो अंदर छलांग मारता है, दस्ती ब्रो आशिक है वो, दस्ती छलांग मारता है, अंदर जाता है, नीचे जाता है, अंगूठी लेकर आता है. उसके बाद 5 मिनट का टाइम होता है, वो 3 मिनट में वापस आता है, कश्ती में आता है, देखता है उसकी बीवी पहले मर गई होती है. कैसे मरी? She didn't drown, she died.
वक्त आ गया था.
Oh, fridge की रहा bro.
Yeah.
They were connected.
Yeah.
Oh bro, बहुत आला यार. Nice one. Baby we
मेरा
did it.
आंसर मेरे
This
आंसर
is
से
my-
बेटे मैं वक्त आ गया. वक्त आ गया. अल्लाह
In
मियां
my
ले गए.
defense,
In defense.
this is my O levels joke. I used to tell everyone this joke.
Nice.
I love that.
Did you tell them
I love
beforehand
that
कि दोनों
joke.
connected थे?
No.
No, you're
That
not
was-
supposed to.
You're not
nah.
supposed to. Yeah.
That's why he broke it. The magician never revealed his
The
secrets.
magician
rather.
never
Now
reveals
he
his
has.
secrets.
Let's हाँ but बीच में देखा था break आया था. He was like ये वाला ना इस तरह का है. I was like ये क्या कर रहा है? Hamza, thank you so much for coming on, and I hope
Thank you so
for
much for having me.
everyone watching this that you all and we all and they all be like Hamza.
And for my next trick, I will make my followers disappear. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
Are we over?
And
Can I?
keep it tight.
Take it easy.
Sexy voice.
Bye.